Hello everyone. My name is King H509. I was born and raised in Haiti, currently living in Ottawa, and I am a social worker at Vanier Community Resource Center, and I am also an artist from the community. And today I'm gonna be with you for this interview. Professionally, I studied in sociology. I studied in social science with a minor in sociology, and since then, I've been working at Vanier Community Center as an employment counselor, community agent, and beside that, I also have my artistic life. I studied back in 2017. I currently have one EP, one extended play, and one album that's available. And I just dropped a new video in January that's out featuring Gamu, a nice trap compa. I basically mix hip hop with compa, and since hip hop is what I've been listening to, that's in me, and then compa is from Haiti, that's also in me. So I mix the two genders, and that's why I can find a certain balance, and I create my melodies, and I bring people into my own world when I do trap compa. So, and I also do Afro beats and hip hop, depending on the vibe. This is what I do. And check out my album. It's available everywhere. King H509. My artist name is King H509. So the story behind it is my first name is Lyoto. It's my dad's first name, and they chose my mother's name as my middle name, but they only put the first letter on my birth certificate. So the H is from my mother's first name, which is A1, and my actual name is Lyoto H Philogene, Lyoto H Philogene. And when I decided I was gonna start, a music career, I wanted my name to be related to me. I didn't want it to be something different because I want to sell who I am. And I took the H, and my brothers from my dad's side, they used to call me Prince because we all called Lyoto because of my dad. So when you said Lyoto around, we're all gonna turn around. So we had to find nicknames for each other. So they had called me Prince. So when I decided to start that music career, I was taller than all of them. So I was like, okay, there's no Prince now. If anything, I'm the king now. So that was a little bit of arrogant on my part, but still, I'm the king now. And then the 509 is the area code from Haiti. So, cause I'm still representing Haiti wherever I go. You look at me, you see Haiti. Whenever I go perform, I always bring my flag with me. So I brought all those elements together, and then you have King H509, and here I am now. Starting, man, because I find out my love for art and my love for creation, we can say, when I was done with at the end of my university years, because before that, the plan was to get a degree, work, and stick to my 9 to 5, but I had the opportunity to participate and collaborate to some shows when I was at University of Ottawa, to some plays, and while being part of those activities, I realized that I want to create. I feel like I should be part of the entertainment industry. But when I realized that, I was into my third year, so you already invested some time into something. So I had to think and reflect to really decide if that's a move that I'm gonna pull. And then when I finished my last final, I just decided, what, it's gonna be music. And since I started, it was in June 2017. I finished my last final, and I said, okay, it's gonna be music. And since then, I've been going at it. And we have some small victories. a lot of defeats. But we're still going, we're still hustling. King to the H. The H is for hustler, man. One thing I can tell for sure is I finished my first album during COVID. Despite everything, I was able to finish my first album during COVID, and at the same time, I feel like I had many depressive moments during COVID because everything is closed. You can't, even though you're working on your craft, you don't know if you'll be performing soon. You don't know if you'll be able to get out there soon. And I didn't know if I was able to put my product out. I mean my album out because everything was not certain. So I wasn't sure. So I had many depressive moments. Plus. Going out, it's an important process to my creativity, and I was not able to go out and get inspired, so that was a big challenge. But I had to close, I had to close myself and still profit of that time to finish the album because I was free, and it was the perfect time to finish the writing process, the recording process and everything, because I had a lot of free times on my hand. But it was different because usually when I'm writing a text, I go out, I party, and when I go back, I write my lyrics. But this time it was really different. And despite that, I got switched direction with my album. My album was supposed to be 100% hip hop album, but I had a new team that came along, and two of my brothers joined the team, and they were like, no, you can't do a full hip hop album. We have to mix it. And I saw the result right now, and that's why I can be there because the direction that they went with me worked out. So I had a lot of up and down during COVID, but the only thing I kept on doing that was keep on working, and that kept me sane. I should mention that before COVID, I was sleep deprived. Because you're working at 9 to 5, you in the studio, you part of the nightlife, you going out with your friend, either it's for a show, either it's just to go out and connect with different artists. So I was sleep deprived. Even when I wasn't busy and now I had the opportunity to sleep, I was not able to sleep. I felt like I had insomnia, and with COVID, I was able to catch up on some sleep too, and that helped me a lot because I was sleep deprived. So that helped me a lot too during COVID. So COVID for me, I didn't enjoy COVID, but COVID did some good stuff for me. There's one question you should ask yourself before you start. Are you doing this as a passion, or do you want to live off your music? Now, how you answer that question will determine your next move. If you don't know that answer, you're not ready. I'm gonna give you an illustration, and I think that's the best illustration that comes to my mind right now. When I hear resilience, I think of Haitians, because despite over 400 years of slavery, beside this dictatorship, beside corrupted government, we are still partying, we're still making music, we're still laughing, we're still finding a way. I don't know if we can say we're coping with life, but we're still finding a way, to be there and just cope with everything. And to me, that's resilience, because despite everything, you still adapt, We have many Haitians that immigrate to different countries, start over. We have Haitians that are still in the country despite what's going on, and they find stuff to change their mind. Either it's playing dominoes in the neighborhood while drinking beers or whatever it is. But when I hear resilience, I think of my Haitian people, man. That's the first illustration that comes to my mind. I've never seen like a population that's resilient, and that's the best illustration that comes to my mind right now. My words for anybody is whatever you're passionate about, just start. I know it's the hardest part, but just start. And the minute you start, just make sure you finish. Don't give up when you're tired. I'm gonna tell you something, man. My family never wanted me to do music. Now they call me by my artist name. Now when they talk to when my mom talk to her friends, if a new track is coming, she's like, "Have you checked out this new track?" When I'm going to a show or something, she like sometime for my video shoot, she's doing that cooks for me, like for the whole team. Like she's part of the team now. I'm organizing my concert. For the food part, she's gonna be the one taking care of it. Bro, nobody's gonna respect what you do until you do it for yourself. My wife told me the other day that I'm starting to motivate her and that she might start to work on her own stuff. I never thought in my life that I could motivate my wife. You know what that means now? That means if I give up, she's gonna lose her motivation to start her own stuff. Now I can't even stop if I feel deprived. I gotta keep on going because other people are looking at me. I have a friend that started to work out 2 or 3 years ago. He probably lost, I don't know, 80 pounds now, and he told me that I'm doing motivating him. Bro, I don't know how I'm motivating him to push so much weight, because I'm not pushing so much weight myself. For somebody to lose so much weight and tell you that you're a part of their motivation because you stick to what you're doing, I never thought that this could happen. Now I can't give up because I know those people are looking at me, but this would have never happened if I didn't start. You just gotta start, man. Anything that you're passionate about, just start. Nobody knew what they were doing, man. They just started. Believe me, nobody knew what they were doing. They just started. And I know that's the hardest part, but you gotta start. You gotta start. And when you start, make sure you finish.